Right, okay. Hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T show, episode 33. I mean 34. Part 2. And we're still reviewing Resident Evil for the GameCube. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, you've missed me reviewing practically most of the game. Now, so if you haven't watched part 1 yet, please watch that part before you watch this part. Pick up where I left off. Now, I left off just after explaining the music of the game. Now let's move on to the other stuff that I've got on my review. So first things first, let's go to good stuff and bad stuff. Well, the good stuff about this game is the gameplay. The gameplay is awesome. Finding keys, killing zombies, solving puzzles. I love that sort of stuff. And if you've played these games before and you haven't played this one yet, you'll probably love it too. The next good thing about this game is definitely the story. The story takes loads of stuff into account, and it draws you into the game, and it's a big mystery of what's happened to your friends, and eventually at the end of the game you will find out all your questions will be answered. I'm not going to spoil the ending because I don't like to do that. And then we'll go about this game are the cutscenes. The cutscenes really help to move the story along, and all of them are in full colour, unlike in the DS version where one of the cutscenes was in black and white. But in this version, they're all in colour, which makes it really, really good. And the other good thing about this game are the infinite weapons. If you complete the game in under 5 hours, you get the infinite handgun, which is a really good weapon. It's not only got infinite ammo, but it's also more powerful than the handgun that you had in the previous time you played through the game. There's also one other infinite weapon which you can unlock if you're extremely good. The infinite rocket launcher. The infinite rocket launcher is a really good weapon. When you've got this gun, you have the capability to blow anything up in your path. But to get this weapon, you have to come to the game in under 3 hours. Another good thing about this game is the one-file save system. You may be asking what I mean by this. Basically, let's say you complete the game on easy mode. If you hit the once again on the load screen, you can actually change the difficulty level of the game so you can complete the game on normal mode. When you complete normal, you can complete on hard mode without having to start a new file. This is awesome! On every Resident Evil game I have played, this feature has not been included. But they included it on the GameCube version, and it was really, really good. The next good thing about this game are the bosses. The bosses in this game are awesome. They're really hard and really challenging. The bosses will range from a giant snake called John, a giant mutant humanoid thing with a giant claw known as a tyrant, a giant spider, and a giant plant. Each one of these bosses is extremely difficult to beat, especially the tyrant. Eventually, the tyrant in this game is really difficult to beat, but when you do destroy it, you are treated to one of the best endings in the entire video game universe. You actually get to shoot the tyrant with a rocket launcher and splatter him to several pieces. He gets blown to bits. That is one of the best endings I've ever seen. I mean, when I played the Wii version of Resident Evil 1 on the Umbrella Chronicles, they removed that ending from the Wii version, which really annoyed me. But playing the GameCube version again, the ending's really good on the GameCube version. All the bosses will take quite a few hits and stuff to beat. Now, I'm very sorry to say, there's a lot of bad stuff in this game, and it has to be said. So let's move to the bad stuff about Resident Evil on the GameCube. First things first, they still haven't fixed a very important thing. Chris Redfield, one of the main characters of the game that you get to play as, still does not have enough pocket space. I mentioned this problem in the DS review, and it looks like Capcom still hasn't learned. They have given still Chris Redfield 6 pockets to put his items in, and this is definitely not enough pocket space for you to get around with. it makes the game, it doesn't make the game harder, it makes the game extremely annoying and extremely tedious. Chris, there's definitely not enough pocket space in this game. And it really does annoy me when I play as Chris Redfield. The next bad thing about the game is an extra mode. In the game, when you complete the game on a certain difficulty level, you will unlock a special mode called One Dangerous Zombie. Now, One Dangerous Zombie mode basically means you have a zombie chasing after you all around the house, all the way through the game, with a grenade attached, with a nuke attached to its back. And if you shoot this one dangerous zombie, the zombie will explode and destroy the entire house with you in it. Now, you may think that's a pretty good extra that Capcom added into the game, but there's only one problem with this. Once you unlock this new fantastic mode, you can't turn it off. So if you want to replay the game without One Dangerous Zombie mode, you have no choice, you can't. You can always delete your old file and restart it like that, but you'll lose all your unlockable weapons and shit. So, the big problem with the One Dangerous Zombie mode is that you can't turn it off, and you can't choose whether to have it on or off, which is a really big problem because the One Dangerous Zombie mode, it's okay, but it's just annoying that you can't turn it off. And you know a bad thing about this game are the unlocking times. In Resident Evil on the GameCube, the mansion and all the mansion, the guardhouse, the coal mine, the laboratory, all the areas of the game have been doubled in size. I am dead serious. The game is so big. And according to the game, if you finish the game in under 5 hours, you get the Samurai Edge handgun. That's pretty easy to do, because I've done it. Also, if you finish the game in under 3 hours, this is next to impossible, you get the infinite rocket launcher. I can't find a way of doing this. I am very good at playing Resident Evil games, but I am really annoyed with this. The unlocking times of this game are far too harsh. Unlocking the infinite rocket launcher is next to impossible. I can't do it. According to the strategy guide, it is doable, but I don't know how it is doable. So the unlocking times are too harsh. Personally, I think this game, to get the infinite rocket launcher, it should be under 4 hours, not under 3. I can complete this game under 4 hours, but not under 3. So the unlocking times to unlock secret weapons need to be tweaked and need to be made a little bit easier. Anyway, let's rate this game. I give Resident Evil for the GameCube a fantastic 4 out of 5. It is a really good Resident Evil game, and if you love Resident Evil, I definitely suggest you pick this one up. My next review will be a newer Resident Evil game, my all-time favourite, Resident Evil 0. So be sure to join me for that next time, you two. But until then, bye-bye.